Hello everyone. Today I'm going to explain about forensic audit. It is from Cost and Management Audit Paper 17. Forensic audit. What is forensic audit? Forensic audit is an evaluation and examination of an individual or firm's financial records to collect evidence that can be used in legal proceedings or court of law. It is an in-depth examination about a companies or organizations financial records to collect evidence that can be used in legal proceedings or in the court of law. So collecting evidence is the main motive of forensic audit. Okay, what is it, how it forensic audit can be differ from the regular audit? Regular audit we used for to satisfy the compliances, regulations, and for statutory purposes the regular audit needs to be conducted to view whether it is in the financial statement of the company is in the true and fair statement or not, like that. In that way the regular audit has been happened. But how come the forensic audit is differ from the regular audit? Because the forensic audit involves presenting evidence in the court if there is any fraud or crime happened, financial crimes, especially financial crimes happened. In those kind of situations, in those circumstances, the forensic audit has to be conducted to collect the evidence, and these evidence can be present in front of court for the legal proceedings. Okay, so it covers a wide range of investigative activities. So it is covering wide range of investigative activities. The forensic auditors may also call to help us and expert witness. The auditors who are involved in the forensic audit, they also be called to help us a witness during the trial proceedings. Okay, the forensic auditors who conducted the forensic audit has to called upon to help us an expert witness during trial proceedings. This is the main difference between the regular audit and the forensic audit. Okay, what are all the areas of forensic audit? The forensic audit, it could also involve situations such as it is involved in the circumstances such as whether the financial crimes happened or any financial frauds happened. Other than that, so in some situation, if there is no financial fraud also, in those kind of situation also forensic audit can be implemented. What are all the situations such as disputes related to business closures? During business closures there is some disputes, or bankrupt has happened, or divorce cases. In those kind of situations also the forensic audit can be applied. Okay, and what are all the main frauds, or what are all the areas of forensic audit? Like corruption, wherever there is corruption, in those areas the forensic audit is required. Corruption means what? Unethical actions. There is some unethical actions where an individual abuses their position. They are abusing their positions of power for personal gain. Instead of for the public gain or the organizational gain, they will use their power for their personal gain. That is called corruption. It's a illegitimate use of office, that is illegal use of the office, or dishonest behavior, or the source of the organization. Dishonest behavior. Okay, this is completely dishonest behavior, that is called corruption. What is extortion? Or this is another kind of crime. What is that? It involves the use of force, threat, or violence to extract money from another party or person. Okay, if a person is there, he is forcing another person to or threatening him, or through violence he is extracting, he is getting money from him, means that is called extortion. Third one is bribery. Bribery, if all knows what is bribery, is offering money or something of value to influence the decisions or outcome, to make things done, to want to get things done from anybody. They are offering some money or something value of some values to influence the decisions or outcome. That is called bribery. Next one is conflict of interest. What is conflict of interest? Using their positions to gain personal benefit. Okay, for the personal benefit instead of the organizational or company's benefit, they using their position to gain their personal benefit. Because of to gain the personal profit, they want personal profit. For that, instead of company's flavor, they will do for their personal benefit. That is called conflict of interest, which is unfavorable to the company. Next one is fraud. Fraud means, everyone knows what is fraud. Fraud means false and willful representation. Okay, the active concealment of facts. Any such act or omission that law specially declares as void. Any act or any omission of any omission, there is some omission in the statement or nothing like that, any act or something that law, according to the law, it's declared as void, means that is fraud. Okay, next we are going to see about the asset misappropriation. What is asset misappropriation? This include raising fake invoices. This is in an organization, we are raising some fake bills, invoices, misappropriation of cash. The cash is not properly apportioned. Okay, payments made to non-existing employees. The employee is not even in the organization, but they have made payments. They are showing there is some payment for them, like that. That is called asset misappropriations. Or to the suppliers, the payment to the suppliers. Theft of inventory. Stocks has been stolen, okay, or misuse of the assets of the organization is misused. These are all the kind of circumstances. This is called asset misappropriations. Next one is financial statement fraud. What is financial statement fraud? Is a willful and deliberate misstatement or misrepresentation. Deliberately they will do misstatement or misrepresentation, creating a false impression. They will create a false impression or omission of financial statement. They will show false impression, means they will attract the investor. They will show the company is going in a big profit. There is no losses or there any liability is there, they will omit it, like that. They will show a great profit in their statement. This is called financial statement fraud. That is that will mislead the readers of the company's financial strength. That will mislead the readers of the company's financial strength. By simple word, it is manipulating the financial report about the company's financial status. That is called financial statement fraud. Next one is plan. Finally, next one is till now we have seen the areas of forensic audit. Now we are going to see what are all the functions of forensic audit. What is the function? First one is planning the investigation. They will plan the investigation. The forensic auditor and the team will plan their investigation to meet their objectives. Okay, what is their objective? They have to uncover or unravel the what are all the frauds or crime happened, financial crime happened in the organization. Accordingly, they will make a plan to meet their objective. So that is the first function of the forensic audit. Second one is collecting evidence. This is the main function, collecting evidence. The evidence gathered should be sufficient. They have to gather evidence that has to be sufficient to prove in the court. They need to prove in the court about the identity of the fraudulers and reveal the details of the fraud scheme, what kind of fraud it has happened, and document the financial loss and how much loss suffered by the organization because of this fraud, and who are all the parties affected by this fraud. These kind of evidence they need to collect. That is the another function, second function. Third one is reporting. The forensic auditor will need a written report. Okay, if there is a report, then only they can go for the next step. If there is a report, then only they can go for the next step. So what is the next step? They to file a legal case. The forensic audit will need a written report on the crime to be given to the client. Who are the client? Maybe the organization. They are suspicious about there is something happened in our organization, so we need a investigation. So they direct a forensic report. So the client is the organization, means the forensic auditors need to give the report to the client, so that if the company or if the organization, if they desire, they can continue to file the legal proceedings or legal cases. They will file a case according to who are all the employees committed this fraud. So for that, in front of court, they need evidence to in front of law to file a case. They need a evidence. So for that, they need the report. So according from that report only they can file a case. So reporting is very important. After that, court proceedings. Finally, after reporting, what will be the next thing, that is court proceedings. During court proceedings, what is the function of forensic auditor over there? The forensic auditor or investigator must be present to clarify the evidence. They need to clarify the evidence collected and how the suspects were found by the team, how they found the suspects. So like that, they have to explain, they have to clarify in the court and to produce the evidence. So these are all the functions of forensic audit. What are the functions? Planning the investigation, collecting the evidence, reporting, and court proceedings. Okay, next one is need for forensic audit. What is the need for forensic audit? Okay, why we require forensic audit? What is the need? Why we require forensic audit? There are few instances on the occurrence of which an entity should direct for forensic audit. These are all the instances. Because of this, a company can direct a forensic audit. If these things are happened in the organization, or they are having some suspicious about something, means they can direct a forensic audit. What are all the things? Theft of business information. Their company's information has been theft, or where business systems has been hacked, or otherwise it has been hacked, or issues identified by the whistleblowers. Whistleblowers means the person who identified the things. Okay, so the issues, the whistleblowers means the person who identified the issues. Okay, the issues identified by the whistleblowers. And reconciliations resulted in unidentified material difference. If there is a statement is there, okay, but that statement has to match, but there is some unidentified material difference is there. The reconciliation means it has to tallied, but there is it is not tallied, or it is not reconciled because some material difference is there, but that cannot be unidentified. Then there is some suspicious thing has been happened. So in those kind of circumstances, they can direct a forensic audit. Suspicious of fraud, they are doubting some fraud has happened. Okay, they are smelling something is happening. So that kind of illegal activity or fraud is there, means suspicious of those circumstances, they can direct a forensic audit. Turnover has occurred and balances are showing negative results. There is a turnover, the business is happening for 100 crores, say 100 crores, but the balance are showing only negative results. How come? So the turnover is occurred, but balance are showing negative result. So in these circumstances, the company can direct for forensic audit. Okay, what is the investigation methodology of forensic audit? An auditor can follow a 9-step method for fact finding in case of forensic audit engagement. Okay, this is the 9th step. This is the investigation method. This investigation method a forensic auditor can follow. Okay, first they need to accept the forensic audit. First step is to accept the forensic audit. Second, they evaluate the allegations or suspicions. What is the allegation? What kind of suspicion? What are all the doubts evolved? These kind of things they will evaluate. Third one is conduct due diligence background notes. That is nothing but background check. They will check the data's background check about that organization. What are all the background notes? Okay, that is conduct due diligence background notes. The fourth one is complete the preliminary stage of investigation. Next step is the first stage of investigation they need to complete. After completing this stage of investigation, they check the prediction, assuming that there will be a litigation. Litigation means legal proceeding is required or not. They can check the prediction, assuming that there will be a legal proceeding. After that, begin with external investigation. Then they will go for external investigation. After that, they will gather the proofs and evidence, because the proofs and evidence are very necessary for the legal proceeding. So they will gather the proofs and evidence. After that, they need report on the findings. So preparing report on findings. Finally, court proceedings. These are all the investigation methodology of forensic audit. Okay, next we are going to see about the business fraud. Okay. Business fraud is nothing but corporate fraud. It involves illegal, unethical or deceptive actions committed by a company or an individual in their capacity as an employee. A company or an individual or employee who's doing illegal or unethical or deceptive means cheating actions committed by a company or individual. A company itself doing, or an individual of the company or employee is doing, means that is corporate frauds. Corporate frauds are highly complex. It is highly complex and challenging to detect. You cannot able to detect because sometimes it takes months or years for the forensic auditors to unravel. It will take more months, years also to detect it. When corporate fraud is discovered, if there is a corporate fraud in an organization or the company may face severe financial ruin, often lead to bankrupt. Much of the money obtained through corporate fraud, lot of money, the fraudulence will take lot of money from this fraud. That money are often irrecoverable. Sometimes we cannot recover the money also because as it has been spent by the perpetrators long before the fraud is uncovered. Before uncover the fraud itself, they spend all the money. Okay, this is the business fraud. And reason for corporate fraud, why this business fraud or corporate fraud is happening? Because to desire to attract, if the organization is committing fraud means corporate fraud means they desire to attract or retain their investor. Okay, they want to retain their investors. The company may resort to fraudulent accounting schemes to appear more profitable to attract investors. They want to attract their investors and attract more investors. They show they are more profitable. So for that they will do the frauds. Okay, desire to attract or retain investors. Other thing is problem with company products. If there is a problem in their products, so they want to hide the defects or issue with their products. If there is any defects or issue in their products means they want to hide it. So for example, for pharmaceutical companies or recent examples, they used to the side effects of their medicine, they used to hide it because they don't want to show the defects or they don't want to disclose the side effects of their products. So this is a corporate fraud. And the regulatory authorities like SEBI or Security Exchange Commission of US attempt to prevent and punish corporate fraud. They are attempting and to prevent and to punish the corporate fraud. But the fraud may go undetected for many years. We can detect the fraud for many years, especially in private companies, because it's not required to disclose the financials. Okay, we are going to see what are all the recent corporate frauds that has been occurred in recent times. Okay, this I will take it from the book. Okay, here the major corporate fraud cases in the world. First one is Enron company. They hide the facts through massive accounting fraud. Through massive accounting fraud, they hide their facts. So this is a financial misrepresentation. Okay, so because of that, there is a scandal is credited with resulting in the passage of Sarbanes-Oxley Act. Just the transparency in companies, the reporting financial reporting should be transparent. So that is the fraud committed by the Enron company. Waste management company, this is the management company, it's also in US. The new CEO who was posted in 1998, he discovered there is a multi-million-dollar accounting fraud to pump up its profitability numbers. They have committed a multi-million-dollar accounting fraud. Okay, after that, Z is best company. Okay, 4Z best company. It's a corporate cleaning company. It's here what kind of fraud happened means using money acquired from new investor, floating, using money acquired from new investor to pay off the previous investor. So the Minco means he is the founder of that company. What he has done means he offload the funds. So because of that, the company was completely burst and before its IPO. Okay, Wirecard company. In Wirecard company, what happened means $2 billion discrepancy between the company's books and actual money it held. The actual versus the company books, there is a 2 billion discrepancy. So they were cooking of its books. Okay, because of that, the company was forced to declare bankrupt and CEO was arrested. Okay, it will happen in German authority. And finally, Wells Fargo company, what happened? They putting high pressure sales codes on employees. Okay, because of that, the employee created to open a fake accounts. Okay, they hundreds of its employees to open fake accounts for Wells Fargo clients. For clients, they opened fake accounts. Because of that, The fine was imposed and lots and lots of its customers and clients were lost by this Wells Fargo company. These are all the recent frauds committed by the major corporate frauds in the world. Okay, as of now, till that I have finished. The rest of the things I will cover in the next videos. If you want the notes, comment me. Please do comment me. I will share it. Please do subscribe, share and like. Thank you.